welcome back to Reads and Threads. My name's Kate. Hello if you're new here, welcome back if you're joining us again. Today we're going to be going through my March haul, and I have a range of books and other things to show you and talk to you about, as well as an unboxing. So let's get into it. So first off, I thought we would go through all the books that I hauled on my Apple Books this month. Over the month, have picked up 17 different books. Now, pretty much all of these were on their sale. So they range from 99 cents to $4.99. There was a couple that I paid outright for, so I think they ranged between $10 to $13. We're talking Australian dollars as well, but I just needed a copy of them, so I was happy to pay it. Now I'm going to be referring down to a notepad that I have just on my lap. If I'm looking down, that is what I am doing. So first off, at the beginning of the month, I bought a book called Fates Divided by J. Barnard. Now I don't know a huge amount about this book. I liked the cover, it sounded interesting, and it was on sale to try. So I just thought I would give it a go. That's probably going to happen with most of the books on this list here. There's not going to be much that I know about them. I've just come across them, thought they sounded interesting, and decided to pick them up. So the next one we have is A Shift in Shadows, and that was by Maddox Gray. And then I've picked up To Kill a Fae by Jamie A. Waters. And then I really, after reading all of the Bridgerton books last year, really want to try some more of Julia Quinn's other books that are set in the same world. So I picked up one called Lady Whistledown Strikes Back. Now this one comes up having 4 authors for some reason, so I don't know if it's just a little small novella within a collection, but it's Julia Quinn, Suzanne Enoch, Karen Hawkins, and Maya Ryan. I may give the others a go if they have little books within there as well, or stories within there that I have never read. And never know, might find a new author. But I am really looking forward to giving that one a go. I do really want to try some more of Julia Quinn stuff and see if it's as good as the Bridgerton stuff was. The next one I bought is from my favourite author. I do just keep an eye out, even though I have read all these books, I own them all physically. I do keep an eye out if they are on sale, just so I can get ebook versions. So if I'm ever traveling or just need an ebook to read and pick up, I've always got that as an option. So I picked up the 5th book in the Others series, which is Etched in Bone by the Anne Bishop. Again, really like this series. My favourite series of hers is the Black Jewels ones, but really enjoy the others as well, and that's more an urban fantasy. And the final book, so I just thought for $4.99, why not? The next 2 on my list, I needed both as I am reading along with Becca and the Books' catch-up book club. So I picked up the ebook versions of Ruin and Wrath. I am currently up to Ruin, and I need to have that one read by, I think, the beginning of May, so I think about around the 9th. I'm hoping to read that closer to the end of April and have that done before the live show, so if I'm able to, I can participate in that. I had a great time last live show when I logged in and did that. The next one I got was just a short little novella. Now, I haven't read any of these series. I've watched all the TV shows and really enjoyed them. So I'm hoping that I will like her writing style. I have picked up a lot of her books now, and that is Anne Cleeves. And the little novella I picked up is called Missing in the Snow, and that is part of the Shetland series. Looking forward to getting around to that one if I ever get into that. The next one I got, well, the next few actually were from the same author, and that is Nora Roberts. Again, same deal as with Anne Bishop. I haven't finished all of Nora Roberts' books, but I do like just picking them up on ebook when I see them for sale, and know that then I have a copy that I can get to if it ever comes up on my list. All of her backlist is on my want to read list. The ones that I haven't read yet, I really enjoy them. They're an easy read and want to get through all of them and say that I've read all of her books. So the first one was called Charmed. Then we had Storm Warning. And the last one of hers I picked up this month was called The Heart's Victory. Next, I saw for sale an author that seems to be very well loved in the booktube and Instagram community, and that is Ellie Hazelwood. And they had one of her books out again for sale, and that was Check and Mate. So I did pick it up. I've never tried her. I'm very hit and miss when it comes to romance, but she seems to be very popular. So I thought I would pick it up while it was on sale and then add it to my TBR game, and you never know, one day it'll come up and I will hopefully give her a go and hopefully enjoy it and actually find a romance author that I enjoy enough to want to read more of. The next one I picked up was technically the third in a series. I now own the first, third and the fifth just from when they've come on sale, and that was Gleam by Raven Kennedy, and that is the third book in the Plated Prisoner series. Again, I'm hoping that I'm really going to like this. If I don't, $5 here or there, I'm not that fussed, but it's getting very good reviews. Most of the people that I've seen talking about it are really enjoying it. And now I just have an ebook version ready to go if I ever want to give that a go. So at the beginning of the year, I put together my 25 in 25 series that I wanted to read. And for another vlog, I have started giving them a go, which will come out hopefully soon. But the first book to come up in that vlog, a bit of a spoiler, was Red Rising. So I got my hands on an omnibus version of the ebook, which is the first 3 books. So it has Red Rising, Golden Sun and Morning Star. So I now at least have easy access to the first three on ebook, and we'll be able to give those a go. I have lately really been enjoying listening to Martha Wells' Murderbot Diaries books. Again, you'll see me talking about these in my March wrap-up, which will come out hopefully next week. But I picked up, again, it was on a really cheap sale. It's a little middle novella. It's like 4.5 technically in the series run, and that's called Home. And it is actually the one I'm currently up to. So I am hopeful to get to that sometime soon so I can continue on. And then in the last couple of days of March, picked up 2 others. One was by an author that I haven't tried yet, but I have heard a lot about, and that is Sabah Tahir. And I picked up the book A Torch Against the Night. So hopefully that one's good and I will enjoy that. And then the last book that I picked up on my Apple Books is by an author called R.L. Lamb, and it's Dragonfell. This, at the moment of me filming, which is April 1st, is on the Book of the Week kind of sale on Apple Books. So if you see this before that changes, you can pick that one up for 99 cents, which is what I did 2 days ago. I've also picked up a few books on my Kindle app. So I still just read on my iPad, but within the Kindle app. So I did get one. I signed up for like BookBud, I think it's called. And it actually sends you emails with on sale items from all the popular subscription options. So it comes up with my Kindle, Amazon, and my Apple Books is displayed in there as well. So I got a book called Chosen by Samantha Britt. It just sounded interesting. Again, like the cover, like the sound of the book, and so I thought I would just give it a go. And then 2 that I wanted some short reads for the Gala of Peace for Realmathon, which was in the middle of the month. And so I was looking around for little short novellas that I could try, and I had heard good things about an author called Jay Bree. So I picked up, and I did end up buying these ones individually. They are technically on Kindle Unlimited, but I didn't have a Kindle Unlimited subscription at the time when I purchased these. Since then, literally I think in like 2 days after I did this, I got a deal option, I think through my email or something, and do now have a trial of Kindle Unlimited. But 2 days pretty much before that, I bought the Scepter and the Sword. So they are both really short. I think one's 80 pages and the other one's 90. I did manage to get both of them read this month, but only one got read during the Gala of Peace. It turned out to be a very busy weekend, but they were good. I am going to continue on in the series and hope that the world is just really good. Okay, on to the physical items that I picked up this month. I have been really on the lookout for new books since I started getting back into reading last year. Been really interested in buying books again and having them on my shelves, but also having ones that hopefully I am really going to like or already know that I am going to like. Or that I do like. So I've been looking out for special editions like I showed you last month, and hopefully have a couple in my unboxing in a little bit. But the first one I picked up, I went shopping at one of our local shopping centres with one of my friends after our book club, and we found this book here. So it's called The Wings of Starlight, and it's by Alison Saft, and it's a Disney release. It seems like a young adult twist on Tinkerbell. So it's set in Pixie Hollow, and it had very pretty shiny sprayed edges. I really liked the artwork, and it only cost like $12. So I thought it's got pretty inside blue pictures as well, and I just thought it was worth it and it was going to look really good on my shelves, and hopefully it is a really good read. So that was one that I have now added to my TBR. I hadn't ever heard of it before, but it was too pretty to leave on the shelf. Then, like I said earlier, I am participating in Becca and the Books Catch Up Book Club. So I have been trying to get physical copies of all of John Gwynne's books that we're reading through, and I did manage to get my hands on Wrath. A lot of the bookshops seem to not have these in stock anymore, so I've had to order them in, and they're just slowly coming in dribs and drabs. Now, unfortunately, I don't own Ruin yet, which is the one that I am up to next. I do have my ebook copy, but I am also enjoying kind of marking my page in my physical read to see how far I'm up to. So this is the last book in the Faithful and the Fallen series, and I now have 3, and it will just live up here with those ones. And then I did also manage to get my hands on the first book of the next series that we will be reading, which is the Of Blood and Bone series, and the first book is called A Time of Dread. So this one is only a trilogy. Hopefully the other 2 books will come in at some point, though from what it sounded like at the bookshop, it might be a little bit of a wait. But that's okay, because it's going to take us a little while to get to these ones anyway. But really glad that I have them physically so that I can just look at my shelf and know, one, that I participated in my first Catch Up Book Club, and that these were the books that we managed to complete. Now, March is also my birthday month. So on my birthday, on the 30th of March, a couple of my friends and I did a bookshop tour to help me celebrate, and I did go a little bit crazy, and of the, I think, 4 locations that we went to, 5, I bought something at every stop. They weren't all books. I did buy some puzzles as well, which I will show you. But the first place that we went to was a Lions Club secondhand bookshop, and that was at a place called Tasman Park. And there I found some really good quality books, which I was really happy about adding to my collection. So I got Frostburned by Patricia Briggs. Now, I don't own any others in this series yet, but I do want to read them, and this series is part of my 25 series in 2025. So hopefully I will find some more, but it was just in really good nick and was only like a few dollars. So I picked that one up. I also got Dark Flame by Alison Noel, which is part of the Immortals series. I do have the first 2 already in this series. Now, I'm not entirely sure. I think this one's book 4. So I don't own book 3 yet, but again, it was in good nick. I knew I had the first couple, so I just thought I would grab that one as well. And then I really enjoyed the movie adaptation of this, and I don't know if it is anything like the book or how well the book has been written, but I did pick up a copy of Red, White and Royal Blue. So hopefully I will get to this one day. I'm pretty sure it is already on my TBR one to read list, but I will double check that. That one is by Casey McQuiston. So I hope I'm not completely butchering her surname, but it's highly likely. So I apologize to Casey for that. Not that she is probably ever going to see this vlog, but hopefully that's a good one and I will get to that at some point soon. The next stop that we went to was a bookshop in Norwood, which was called Dylan's. Now that has been there for an extremely long time. I have been a bit fussier about my new books that I've been buying. I've been preferring getting special editions, like I said, but I did see this very cute puzzle and just thought, you know what, that's a good one. I've been really into puzzles lately and I just thought that this was going to be a really good addition to my puzzle collection. I love books, I love cats, and it just, like, I really enjoyed the artwork. So hopefully that one's a good one to do and I will get to that one soon as well. The next bookshop we went to was again another secondhand bookshop. They had a lot of events going on that day, which was a little bit disappointing. So it was called the Mockingbird Lounge and it's down in the suburb of Glenelg, and there was a lot going on. They had a couple of bookshops going on in there. They had like a sip and paint event going on, so you couldn't really see a lot of the books. So I may have to go back again at some point and have a bit of a look around. But the one area that was available to look at was the children's and teen collections, and I did find a copy of So Much to Tell You by John Marsden. Now John Marsden is an Australian author that passed away recently, and he was just amazing at writing from a female perspective. I've always thought they have been awesome books to read. This one I read when I was a child and really enjoyed it, so just for nostalgic reasons I picked this one up. I can't say I like the cover at all, but it is an extremely interesting book and I didn't realize it was that short. So this one is written all in diary entries and it's about a girl who doesn't speak and has been disfigured on her face and you don't know why. Hopefully I'm remembering it correctly. It did leave an impact when I was younger. I think I am. And it does have a follow-up, which I didn't like as much, but I do remember really enjoying this one when I was little. So I just thought I would add that in. And I then had something that I'd bought from that stop as well. We then did go to another bookshop in the suburb of Mitcham, which was called Mostly Books. It is an extremely small bookshop in a shopping centre and it didn't really have a lot of what I was after, but we did also have a look in a shop called Imagine If, which is kind of a toy shop for kids, but they do have some puzzles, and because I was on the lookout for fun stuff and I've been really into my puzzles, I did find one of my favorites. So this is one of the bookshop collection and I just love the ones that have all of the books and the shelving, and I just think they're so fun. So this one I am actually going to take into work. We have a puzzle on the table in our workroom that we're completing together as a group, and I just thought it would be fun to do with everyone else. So I'm going to take this one into work, we can do it together, and then I can bring it home and have it to do by myself again at a later date if I ever want to do that. The last bookshop we managed to get to was another secondhand bookshop, which was called O'Connell Books. It's on Goodwood Road. For those who live in Adelaide, that will make sense. For those of you who don't, it's just a secondhand bookshop. It did have a lot of stuff and they had packaged up series together. So I did manage to get the entire collection of the Painted Man series, I think it is called. I'm not entirely sure. I'm pretty sure the Painted Man is the first one by Peter V. Brett. They again were all in really good nick. So I got this whole collection for $45. I thought that was a pretty good deal considering that they were all there and they were all in really good condition. So I was really happy with that. I now have the entire series. Hopefully it's good. Otherwise, I will donate them on to someone else. But I did also find, or my friend Kate found this one for me, J. Kristoff's Nevernight. Again, in really good condition. And this is the first book in the Nevernight series. This has been on my want to read list for a fair while. I have read other J. Kristoff books, but only the ones that he has written with Amy Kaufman. I'm going to try him writing on his own to see if I can pick up his style from what I've read before when he was writing with Amy. But yeah, really happy that I got my hands on this. I do have this on my April TBR as one of my Aussie authors for Aussie April. So hopefully that will come up in a spin and I'll have the book ready to go. About a week before my birthday, on the 23rd, I went with one of my friends to an author event at Fiction and Friction. One of my other friends had given me a voucher to spend there on the night for my birthday, which I was really happy about. She didn't need to, but I loved that she did. And I picked up a book called The Fractured Empire by Robin D. Mayhill, and it just sounds really good. I don't know anything about it. I've never read anything from her before, but I was looking around. It just sounded really interesting. And I also picked up another candle. So this one is Frost Industries Fire and Spice. It has a really interesting scent. So it's caramelized bourbon and musk. So again, they're 50-ounce soy candle, and it just smells so interesting. I have no idea how to describe it, but I just couldn't leave it. It was the only one there, so I was really lucky to get that one. And just really happy that I was able to find something nice to spend her voucher on, and hopefully we'll really enjoy the book that I managed to pick up and the candle when I burn it. You never know, I may burn this candle while I read this book. I think that would be kind of fun. Okay, now on to the unboxing portion of this video. So there were a few things that I ordered over the month online, and they did arrive. One of which, I don't know how exciting it's going to be, but we will open it together. These, obviously you can tell it is not the shape of a book. This is for my cross stitch. So I don't know how many will be in here, but it is more of my Annie's Keepers holders. So hopefully, oops, the label's coming off, but the box is not opening. Sorry about that. Let's try this again. There we go. So hopefully now I will have enough of these to continue on stitching up my project. So she's left me a lovely little note in here, and that is from Deborah from Joyful Stitching. So I got these ones off Etsy. I have ordered from her before. Really cute the way she packages them up. Oh, and she's given me 2 extra little DMC threads, so I will add those to my collection, which was very nice of her. So I've got 4 more of the projects and 10 of the ones with little hooks on the end ready for my main collection, in the hope of one day having a full set of DMC threads. So they will come in extremely handy, and I am looking forward to setting those up and finally having all of the threads that I need for my wildflowers project. The one thing I was really happy about last month was my new special edition books that I got. One of which was Carissa Broadbent's in her Crowns of Nyaxia series, and I really just decided that after that I needed the others. So I ordered these, and this box is not the easiest to get into. There is no pull tabs or anything, so thanks a lot. But hopefully this is a hardback. Yay! Special edition. Oh, that's pretty. So we have the sword on the side. Now this one is The Ashes and the Star-Cursed King, which is book 2. Oh, and again we have an absolutely gorgeous hardcover. Oh, I love that. That is so pretty. It's just a plain dust jacket on the other side, but I'm really happy with that. That's gonna look great up there next to the other one. And I can't remember where I ended up. I think I got this one off of Amazon in the end, just because I hadn't seen it around anywhere else. And because this is the second part of the first duology, I knew that if I wanted this edition, I was going to have to order it online because I think I missed it when it came out originally. Speaking of Carissa Broadbent, I did, and this should hopefully be. So this one I got from Booktopia, which is an online Australian bookseller. And this should be Serpent and the Wings of the Night with the Snake. So again, really happy I managed to get my hands on this. I absolutely loving the sprayed edges of books and that kind of stuff. Oh, and again, an awesome naked hardcover. Absolutely love it. These have just been to die for. So on the back it says, never trust, never yield, always guard your heart. Oh, I love them. They're going to look so good up on the shelf. I can't wait to see them all out there together. I'm really happy that I bought them. I'm just loving these editions. I still haven't even read these, so I'm really hoping that I do really love them. But yeah, hopefully I will get to those soon. And yeah, just continue being able to get the special editions of them, and now having them all up there, I think it's just going to look awesome. The last thing I have to open is this very intriguing looking box. So I did order my first subscription box a couple of months ago, and this is the first one that has arrived. So it is from a company called Bookish and Spice. So they're based out of Queensland. So I have no idea what book this is going to be, but it is a special edition book. So I'm super excited to find out and just see what it is. I don't know if they do spoilers or even tell you what it's going to be, but I have no idea what is inside this box. So I might just lower you down a bit. I'll try and open this higher up. So I shouldn't have moved the camera. So we can find out together. Ooh. So first off we have, ooh, that's a bit hard to read. There is like embossed writing on there. So it says Bookish and Spice Special Editions book. And it said, oh, they are so pretty. Oh, so we got this awesome print bookmark. That artwork is spectacular. And if this book has anything to do with dragons, I think I'm sold straight off. So yeah, I'm super excited now to actually see the book. So let's get into it. I might need my cutter. I don't want to rip anything. I do like that they have bubble wrapped it. I appreciate that. Oh, and it looks like I also got a little pin. That's very cute. Let's have a look at the book. So, the book itself. Oh, that is pretty. There we go. So it is Serpent and the Sky, Serpents of the Sky and Flame by Rebecca F. Kenny. So this is, like I said, a Bookish and Spice exclusive edition. Oh, that is awesome. So on the inside cover, see if it's the same artwork on the back. No, we have a different picture. Oh, a little bit of a rest one. That is so pretty. Oh, so there is a reverse dust jacket on the other side. again, that is awesome. I think I like that one a little bit better than this one, but they're epic. I'm really liking this. And then there is gold foil on the book. So I wonder if I can just open it out so you can see. Oh, and then on the spine you got the little dragon. Oh yeah, no, I am really happy with this. This is my first book. Yeah, I don't know which way I want to put the cover, but that is, yeah, that's awesome. I really like that. I have no idea what the book is about, and it doesn't really have a synopsis on the cover at all. But we are creatures of the sky and flame, and once our fire has died, we return to the air. Oh, hopefully. So this is book 1 of the Merciless Dragons series. So hopefully that is a really good read and I really enjoy it. I'm going to have to look it up. We did also get a sticker, which I'm assuming is the author's signature, and then a little card. Oh wait, this might have the synopsis on it. It does. So I'll read you that out. So Serpents in the Sky of Flame by Rebecca F. Kennedy. Dragon captures Maiden. Maiden makes dragon's life absolute hell. At the end of a terrible war, a sorcerer casts a curse that destroys every female in the entire race of dragons. In retaliation, Karigan, the dragon prince, leads a raid on a sorcerer's kingdom, during which the male dragons snatch human women and carry them off to the dragon's domain. When Princess Sorella is captured by the Prince of Dragons and taken to his cave, she is furious, terrified, and determined to make his existence so miserable he will either have to kill her or let her go. Karigan's frustration with this pretty captive is compounded by the fact that his plan to turn all the human women into female dragons isn't working. The enchantress he kidnapped isn't powerful enough to work that spell. The most she can do is give the male dragons the ability to shift into human form for a number of hours each day. As Sorella and the other captured women scheme for their freedom, the dragons struggle to cope with the strangeness of having human bodies for the first time. Neither side realizes that the much greater enemy is watching, waiting to destroy them all. Well, that sounds absolutely fascinating and awesome. I absolutely love my first subscription box. I will have more subscription boxes to come. I have just signed up for the Fairy Loot YA box, so I'll be able to unbox that one soon, as well as the Lock Library book. So I'm just eager to give them a go, see if they are for me, what they pick, and if I like them or not. But I'm really happy with this first book, so hopefully we'll get some good new ones coming from Bookish and Spice, and I will continue to be able to unbox them for you. Thanks so much for watching. I hope that you had an awesome March. I'd love to know all the things that you picked up. Have you read any of the books that I hold this month? I would love to find out what you thought of them. If you haven't subscribed, please do. I'd love to have you as part of our community. Leave me a comment, a like. If you don't have much to say but want to just let me know that you were here, you could leave me a little book emoji for all the little books or a little puzzle piece. That would be great. And I hope that wherever you are having a wonderful day, and we'll see you again next time. Thanks. Bye.